What's up, Go enthusiasts? We're here to watch another game and try to read, try to learn. This is a matchup. So White is the player who wins less often here. The record is 29 to 65. I'm gonna go try to figure out who they are. Although it's really hard, and I can't read their characters. um, Yeah, but White just won the last game. I was just watching. I just woke up, caught the end of the last game. It was very brutal. The guy murdered a massive dragon via the bent four in the corner, which was cool to see. He just ran out all of his other groups, and then the dragon was dead. So Black, well, the guy currently playing Black resigned. He was White in that game. It seems like Black is Wang Jinghao, who is a very famous player these days, 21-year-old, getting really good. Seems like he's the guy with the best chance to catch up, to get as good as Shin Jin-so. And White, let's see. Let's try to figure out. I think White is Lian Xiao. Yes. So this is a massive matchup. The number 2 rated player in the world plays Black. Number 18 rated player in the world plays White. And yeah, Lian Xiao won last game. He just killed him. So, very interesting. Let's see. 15-second Byoyomi. I'm going to go and turn off match requests to me. I mean, maybe I'll play a match after this, but not now. It's like, how can I say? It's like television that I get to watch to see the super top players playing. I really like it. The problem is, they only play like when it's waking hours for them, and also people only play me when it's waking hours for them. So I either get to play games in the mornings and evenings, or watch games in the mornings or evenings, and then in the afternoon I can only study in Sumego. That's my only option. So I've been doing a lot of Sumego recently, being totally absorbed in Go, but I've also been doing quite a bit of studying. I think there's probably a main channel video coming soon with the insights that I gleaned about Endgame, which were honestly really cool. I hope people are as enthusiastic about as I am. Anyway, this game is proceeding like a very normal opening. My guess is that Black plays here now. Oh, Black plays here. Most of the time at my level, people seem to think that playing here makes it hard to play for White, locally speaking. And I I am one of those people who seem to think like that. Like, when Black plays here, the chance for this area to be big is kind of irresistible. Like, White can't get in. And if White does get in and Black jumps out, and this part, it basically has to like save by the skin of its teeth for White to be remotely efficient. And that's really hard to actually execute. It's one thing to like say it, but to like literally do it is very difficult. Turn here is definitely correct. Yeah. This Joseki looks good. I understand where Black's coming from too. Okay, so Wei had two choices, to either back off here or to lean over here, and he chose to back off. Okay. Interesting move by Black. Saying the way to beat this kind of thing is to ask you to take it more. It makes so much sense, yeah. A lot of the time, I think, like when my opponent has these weaknesses, that I need to go in, or else I can't beat it. But actually, you can be patient at moments like this. Wang Jinghao is very cool, actually. He has one of the most stable and thick styles of any top player, let alone one trying to become, at Shin Jin-so's level. It's a, how can I say, real rarity. It's you're supposed to have to play to cause more mistakes than this kind of move. This move in itself is theoretically just fine, but most top players are trying to make mistakes happen more actively than this. This one is satisfied with like maybe half point gain, something like that. Like Wang Jinghao is satisfied to make half-point games all over the place and then say, I will never make mistakes. Which is, of course, the way that you should play Go, but also is it really, really hard to actually play like that. Because you have to not make mistakes. That's not, backing yourself to not make mistakes theoretically sounds great, but in actual practice, you're going to make mistakes. Wang Jinghao is just trying not to, doing a lot better than the rest of us. So this is one of those moments where it would have been very easy to push through and allow Wei to make a very nice shape on the top side and just to get to split off this one stone. It was actually a really nice idea by Liang Xiao here. Because that was bad. And so Wang Jinghao fought against it. He said, okay, now I will let you push through. It makes it so that this one is bad exchange, but also black can make white into a bad exchange over here. Like white has a strange shape here, just as much as black has a strange shape here. So black is doing just fine. It was very active trading, and it was, it's really nice for black that he did this to block off the white, but also put it here to make sure that he has the strongest, threat against this white shape. Make white there as awkward as possible. White has to just defend like that and accept the fact that he's been put into a slightly poor shape. So that kind of trading is often necessary at the top level. And this is why it's so hard to back yourself to not make mistakes, is because you have to trade every single moment you have to if you play Wang Jinghao's style. Wow! We have the full run out. Most of the time people don't do this, even though it works, because most of the time, even though it works, it's not going to be good. But in this case, so the plan is, if white blocks outside here, white is going to get a bunch of Sente moves and then thicken it, and then black will say, hey, I got to block here and get the territory. And if white plays here instead, black will push out, yeah, and white wouldn't get to churn on top of it. So black is basically forcing this variation through. And yeah, this one might not be Sente. So it's possible actually for white to... Yeah. I was thinking this one would be Sente because I thought that the cuts would matter at the end, but actually I realized now that the cuts do not matter. So that's something that I should remember. It was my misread. My misread there. Okay, now the Atari should be Sente. Because black just emphasized on the cut, so he needs to connect in order to keep the cut emphasized. Otherwise, when white captures, white gets the eye and fixes the cut. Naturally, it's ridiculous. Okay, and now black is going to be attacking this whole thing. He's obviously safe in the corner, and this part is somewhat weak, and this part is somewhat weak. So it's like here or here, seems like, but probably... Okay, he does not want to attack the whole thing right now. Both of them are not working. Yeah, this is right. Wang Jinghao switches again. Every switch at exactly the right timing, probably. I was thinking I need to go here to cover my own group and let them run this way, because it's not that meaningful when you've already undercut. And, yeah, our group here should be pretty safe. But Wang Jinghao says, you know what, this group is safe enough, it's not actually weak. And this, this part's safe enough too, so let me go and attack the other part. Because this stuff, like particularly this stone, you can easily justify it later. It makes sense. Block? No, push here. So what white's plan was when he does this is that he's taking care of his group, making a big space, and black push here is like, you aren't going to make the easy win. You can try to make a win on the right side here. But there's definitely some contests. Like, it's not clear what exactly white will get over here. This is, yeah, cut, hane, all possible. Cut here means hane, triple hane would be scary, so that's cut immediately. It's very exciting. Ooh. Obviously white extends. So the plan is, let me think. Yeah. It had to cover this area. It was really awkward timing. But ultimately, After this cut, black decided he couldn't fight it very strongly because he was just too weak. So instead of trying to fight it very strongly, he gives up entirely, lets white capture that area, takes the outside and says, hey, I can continue attacking this. This giving up is making more sense than if you would like just pull back directly, because then after Atari you would see white capture. So he got basically more for that pullback. But it still seems like white made a local gain to me. Okay, then we had black take. So this move is really valuable because the Hane Tiger's Mouth is what's going to happen locally in the corner here. And then this one will be the vital point. So after that one, white played here, saying later I can attach, and that will be an I-shaped vital point. So this makes a lot of sense as a running out move. I'm going to steal that. When my opponents attack me like this, I'll use that one too. I like that. And then black just took his base normally. Black is not trying to churn this white situation immediately in his favor. There's no need to like immediately say, hey, that's actually going to die. You should just be trying to win the game by territory, you know? Okay, so now black runs out. There's a cut here in the future, but after that cut, black would have to save his 3 stones, like something like Tiger's Mouth, and then white would just be able to punish the shape in the center. So you can't cut at the moment, you can only cut after you get some more help. So at the moment, black is simply running out, taking care of his group. This group also, so these 2 groups are in danger for black. So black runs that one out. Seems to make sense. That one is in more surrounded danger immediately. White chooses there. Interesting. That one means after black blocks and white goes here, white wants to use this double peep in combination with this one and make some crazy cutting things. So black does not block, which I guess is obvious. And he's just going to try to say that that white second line move is slow, which is very sensible. After this knight's move, if white would push from behind, then it would affirm the cut here that white went for. And if white would go for this kind of move right away, it would be very heavily committal. I think this one is possible, but this commit from white makes more sense because we're letting black get like a little bit here, but this one is the main weakness, and white can just save himself, and it's much less committal because white, like what white is committing to in this case is not I cut and attack you, it's I cut and create my own group, which I just defend to be fine. Like white's ambitions are quite understated with a cut like this. And black goes for the counter cut here. So now it's sort of like the white ambitions are a bit more stated. But also, yeah, also black is in trouble by reading. I don't understand why black did it right now. So now wait, Atari is, black can't save it. Also white could Hane and black can't, but yeah. So black can't save this because after net and here and Atari, then capture, it's not working. So black gives it up like this. Yeah, this is why I was thinking maybe Hane is better. But capture, it's making sense still. Probably we'll see this one connect, here, cut. That would make a big ko. Maybe there's something better, but I don't know. This way. So, wait, yeah. That was a very overstated ko. If you would commit to it as white and then let black capture, you give black a greater haul when they win this ko compared to now. Where, yeah, now white can do some understated thing. Some easier thing. So white could have continued here, but there was no like clear punch. So he's just gonna keep it for the ko, because if black beats it up, there's no clear punch that way either. Like, yeah, you do that, but it's not like you completely destroy the shape. I wonder whether black... Yeah. So white couldn't find a way, though, to say your move isn't very valuable and I can do something more valuable, unless he would play like a local move, because this is a more valuable move than other ones. Or if he would play the full commit. But the full commit is so scary. So he played this one move that kind of leads to the full commit. It's bad on the outside, but then he was like, you know what? I don't actually want to go for the full commit yet as well. And yeah, so this is kind of confused play from Wait. This is clearly a fail of some extent. But it doesn't matter. You can make clear fails that are very small, and that's when this one is like. Oh wow, interesting. Really? I had thought that black was going to be fighting very hard against this, but it actually makes no sense because this is very strong. So instead fighting against these things, it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, and Hane. Yeah. This is making much more sense. This whole black group is still in some danger. So White's idea probably now is to fight it so that this one gets in danger or that one gets in danger when connect. So I'm wondering whether we can just connect here. After connect and you save this, it seems great, but you'd have to spend another move after black fixes that, and then black could cut you and kill you. So it's not actually working. Yeah, but the ko here is a complicating factor. So after this one, if black wins the ko, or if black even goes for the ko. Okay, we're gonna just play ko threat straight. If black saves this and connects here, he connects all his groups together, which is great, but he could die here. So it is actually pretty scary. That was a real ko threat. Okay, this one. So this ko threat will save the whole black group here. So if white does this, black plays there, lives everything, kills the whole corner, white plays here, and then black lives the bottom side as well. It's a failure, so white must answer that ko threat, and then there's still... Sometimes there's two more here, but actually... Yeah, it should be two more. It should be this one, and then this one. And then the fourth ko threat there is probably bad. Okay, interesting. Oh. Black starts at the cut. So if you would try to save it, then this ko happens in Sente. And then white could save this. So that was really awkward. The combination of how this stone is meaningful to this and meaningful to the ko is what's being played around right now. Capture is necessary. That was a real ko threat. This one is interesting threat. Black obviously pushes through. I wonder how white can possibly make that... So white is planning to make this acceptable by winning the ko. That's his idea. Win the ko and Sente is his plan, I guess. Or maybe he's going to use this one in a moment. So black does it so that... My reading was not on par. Again, I was trying my hardest too. Oh, so the meaning of this, or what's going on right now, is the cut here was meaningful. I'm trying to understand what's going on with the cut over here too. At the moment, I don't get it. Maybe it's that these groups need to save themselves, so cutting all this isn't worth it, isn't worth the move. Ah, no, it's that this actually is reverse cuttable. Interesting. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. God, my reading. That's not even like a small detail. This is not even like a important. Wow. Strong, strong play by Black there. Way too strong, right? I agree with White here. Now I'll go for the Ko. It's free. Black must connect there, and then that's already half broken. But we do have to save ourselves still. He's gonna go for the cut? Is that capable of saving him? Oh my god, what's happening? So now it's so obvious that Black will answer. And then, oh, he answered here to make it so that Black doesn't give away this one, which would be useful to this part. That's obviously better. Yeah. This looks highly dangerous. White has to play here, and there's going to be so many co-threats for Black. White didn't do that. Okay, so this one kills the whole top side. Unless it doesn't. Maybe Black needs to play here to try to kill the whole top side. And only kill half. Yeah, this is the most that White dies. Okay, so then White connects here, saying, I dare you to do anything. Oh my god. So White did manage to win the Ko wonderfully. This one is saving the cutting point over here and trying to thicken this part. Oh my god, what is happening? There's still a weakness for sure. The meaning is if Black connects, we wedge, and then if Black goes through, then we go through and we kill that. So it's not possible. Or you would have to go and get squeezed, which would be enough, presumably, for something over here to be effective. So then, cut. Okay. And Black commits over here. So now White can save these stones in Sente, threatening this part. But these stones are likely gonna die. That doesn't mean that Black, like, should get to swallow them. Because Black has already swallowed this, as it would be way too much. White needs to fight. White cuts. Black cuts, that's correct. Seems like white loses. Honestly. I don't know what happened. There was so much confusion, so much happening. And at the end of the day, it seems like white is gonna bite the dust in the center and on the top side. Which seems like it should be enough for black to win, even though white got some nice co stuff. White had to protect that, otherwise black could bamboo or something. I don't know. Oh, nasty move. Oh, the Liberty shortage is so freaking annoying. So now, black gets to connect that. Yeah, if he didn't get to connect that, if white had chosen this way, then black would save the cut threat in Sente. So now, black made a cut over here possible, and then saved this for free. Okay, but it's still... There's something happening here. It's not easy to directly capture this. Now. Connect there. So that cleanly finishes off these two stones and the top left. The cleanliness there was a big factor, actually. It was not going to be easy to capture it. It still might not be, but it should be not too hard. That's just an exchange. What is happening now? What would I do? What? Descend there. Sick. What it means is white plans on playing here. Let black answer here, and then black has two half-eyes. Also, white planned on killing the corner. So this one comes, and then black dies, yeah? Oh, white does something else first. This looks like Sente, but... Okay, what what am I missing? Isn't this just clean? What? Oh, I was missing these stones dying. It was the way that black is gonna save himself. Ah, I see. So this way, now white is saving himself instead using those ones death. It's so awkward for black. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. The Atari there. This is just nice squeezing. But after this, what would I do? Just live? Yeah, just live. He chose to just live with that one. This is not my expected life. Isn't that smaller? 3-pointer compared to the right side should be, right side is bigger, right? I don't understand why black chose that one. And I don't know about this one either. I thought this is no good because it means black still can't cut here because white would play that. Now white will play here for sure though, right? Or will he capture? Oh my goodness, he goes for this first. Squeeze first. At this moment, this is the moment when capturing those 3 stones matters the most because the white group is not like alive yet. Oh my goodness. The full web of everything that's going on, it's so easy to get lost in. And that loses you games. So, wait, squeezed a couple times and then captured the 2 stones. That's making sense. They understand now that this is why Black did it this way. Is that he wanted to become very thick and then to Atari here. So then if White captures, he can Atari, and if White connects, and he kills. So it's a Ko to kill those stones on the top side. Only a Ko because he got so thick here that he can do that. But the question is whether he should do that. Yeah, he shouldn't, even though he made the Ko over there, he shouldn't actually execute it. This part is bigger. Alright, so finally White managed to save the center. And even kinda get something back, but also... Okay. So definitely Black Atari there, correct. Yeah, we couldn't get enough back. Black wins. Wow. In that game, I lost. Oh man, I have no idea what Black even did to win that game. It's clear that Black played well, but once the fighting broke out proper, I just got confused. The fighting started from this Ko stuff, which had a clear meaning until it didn't. At this point, no longer clear meaning anymore. It starts to be very much about the global reading. And Black's idea was turn and attack the center. It's very unstoppable, but not easy to think of. White was like, okay, but I can save the 2 stones in Sentai, and Black was like, yeah, great. Good for you, it's good shape for me. And just captured here and cut. It's so savage. Because I can see now that I see from a longer perspective, I can see now what Black was doing. Locally speaking, White is in the right here. Like, White is crushing it local shape-wise. But Black was just saying, I kill this to save my group. That's good. And White tried to reverse that. But Black was still saying, I kill this. I cut here, cut here. It's still dead. And he used this, like, very strong Ko threat. By strong, I mean extremely harsh killing method, but losing loads locally. And the problem is that the losing loads locally only happens after like 6 exchanges. So Wei had no chance to actually fight that Ko, and he had to just give up and let Black kill the top side, which in conjunction with Black also thinking about killing this side, yeah, there was no way I think for Wei to save everything that he wanted to save here. Ultimately, he managed to save this part and that part, and only die a little bit there. But Black just made good shapes here, good shapes there. He was so flexible with the way that he was doing this, which seems easy. It's like, oh, I can just get that or that, but you have to have everything actually work, especially against like a world champion caliber player. My goodness. Let's go see what Katago thinks of this game. I haven't been so lost watching a Go game in a while. So here, yeah, interesting moment. Yeah, this was very cool, what White did. Black could have pushed through, but his idea was better. It actually could have been very sharply done like this. That's quite interesting. Yeah, I was wondering why this one happened immediately, no even consideration for that. I was going to mention that. But, yeah, that's pretty interesting. So it turns out this shape is not a bad shape for White. Not that... Like, if you need to be thick, that's not so stupid. And then Black went in like this as well, which is apparently also not that great. But the capture here just didn't work, what White did. Black was in the right to talk about this. The fact that he could capture that there gave him the territory back and continue to attack against White a little bit. So attach here. So they know that you can do this. The question is just like, how valuable is it that you exchange that? Oh man, my Katago crashed. Oh, no. I have to close Katago and open it again. Alright, you see the second instance. So here, yeah, this one, if they're there, yeah, I was worried with my attacking to play this way, to save this group and apply pressure. He missed some opportunity there. But this part was very interesting. So after Hane, triple Hane, Black could have continued like this, yeah. And it seemed like that was good, but actually AI is saying White would be best off with that. And this way, Black could fight. It's so hard to actually fight like this. I don't know. But you can see Wang Jinghao's calm style. Just pulling back there. It was better to fight. Even this one. You can't be serious, right? There's no shot a move like this is better than a block. I can understand this one being better in the sense that like we actually should be being very careful since White is so thick and so thick. So like this one is making sense to me. Yeah, I totally get it. Let's just push a bunch of times, make sure that we're stable, stable, stable. But this one, seriously? Even such bad shape? Anything to be safe at a moment like this? Interesting. White's shape decision was off. Should have been to disallow the cut through. I didn't notice that either. And White goes for the cut here. Yeah. White was leading the fight through now. And yeah, here I was saying maybe we should Hane rather than to play that one. I was wrong. I don't know why. So my reading was Hane here, here. Bad for Black. It's saying if just fine. Here. So we actually end up failing. You can only do it. Wow. Okay, so I understand now. Capture then. Yeah. Win the ko straight up. Seriously? That actually makes so much sense. No extra exchanges, just win the ko directly. That makes so much sense. Oh, you can't play like that, but you should play like that. I wonder. Oh yeah, these are just bad exchanges and not working. So Wade tried to play it calmly. Yeah, but he didn't have the balls to properly go in. So here, it seemed like if you win the ko, you're gonna die with these stones, and then it doesn't work overall. But you can try to win the ko harsher. Wow, yeah. This kind of move is very nice. And this move is like same thing, but even harsher. It's really impossible. Anyway, black was just like... Yeah, this moment here, black was very clear-minded. And yeah, White thought he could get timing for stuff, but it wasn't really like that. He was actually busier than expected. So black was winning so much and then correctly tried to dominate the central area. But he actually overemphasized on this. He could have like full emphasized, I just killed that you have that. Right, and you do still need to fix the weakness over here. If you play over here, this is the cutting point that I was concerned about. So here I was like, oh, if you get cut like this and here, then you should end up, you know, properly separated off with this. And then I was thinking, like, is there any problem back? And then the problem is actually this part. So if you play here, it's only because you know you're gonna give up the super clean connection. Yeah, you just have a connection anyway. It's clean. Tough. So connect here without using this one was actually quite slack. Yeah, this one is clearly at least a good exchange to make first. Now he doesn't get that exchange, so he gives White a lot more potential space, eye space there. And yeah, this one is crazy talk, but it wasn't obvious that this way is working. It seemed like this way, like, now we're just gonna give up the ko and Sente. So this, it's obvious that this is bad shape, but it seemed like the other way is also bad shape. So it's a question of which bad shape to take, right? Could have done this one, I think. This one would be surely an easier way. Well, not that much. And there's still weakness here. It was so complicated. I think they're just flinging stones at each other. I don't think they know. In situations like this. Wow. He could have fought the ko immediately. He just fought the ko next step. It was a wonderful ko threat. I think this is the key winning move of the game. This one is so much better. I don't really get it. Push here seemed wonderful, but it gives a timing for White to try this. This wedge is obvious vital point, but it's so hard to know whether you're like doing a good strategy or not with it. And black should have So the reason why it was bad is because black should have killed the center and let the right side go, and then kept the top side dead. So it's a huge trading, impossible to count. You have to count it to know. Turns out letting the right side die and then killing all of that is slightly good for black. So black didn't know, so he fought as hard as possible. Answered here because he knew that that part was at least stable. Yeah, this one was no good, but because this way is... This was not my expectation. My goodness. It's all a mess. And here the game was actually close. White just gave up. It's such a mess they don't even know when the game is close. What even? So, if black had blocked here, which I'm just saying that's what I would have done, and it's like a half-point game. Obviously, there's some extra uses here, and this one I didn't understand why this is the method for life. I thought we should go here, but there's a cut. Seriously? There's been a cut here the whole time? Like this? Really? No, there's no cut. It's fake. Fake news. I guess it's kind of... You play like this, and then you save that. And you say, hey, we could go, and I flipped here. That's interesting. What is even happening in this game? This is... What even? Okay, what are the key moments of this game? The winning moments that I need to learn from? First of all, black saves himself through the center with a keen eye on re-attacking, counter-attacking. And the reason why this game, like, where black was getting originally double attacked, right? Like, look, this position, this is a classic double attack. It's supposed to be comfortable for white. Like, it's supposed to be harder for black to play this than for white to play this. And I think part of the reason is that, you know, white was just supposed to run out randomly and then apply further pressure. Like, if you run out randomly first and then you play over here, then it's probably a bit harder. But you just went for the cuts, which should be natural too, which seems reasonable. This part was not really decisive, but definitely when the coast stuff can happen, that stuff can be very decisive. And it was always the interactions of those like extra cuts outside that caused like huge problems. And yeah, white got slightly cowardly. And the reason why white's slight cowardice lost him so much control is because black started actually counterattacking things. And basically, black used white's slight cowardice to be a menace to the bottom and to this part, and then being a menace to those parts allowed him to get actual time and actual benefit against the center part, which flat died. Then he went crazy, and it was wrong. And then, yeah. At this part, it's just so difficult. Like, you can say, this move is wrong, you should play here. But if you say that, you have to back it all up with an immense amount of reading. You have to be like, you can play here and kill everything anyway. You know, like, or it's not even like that. It's like, you can threaten to kill everything anyway and get something back. Or, man, when they try to cut you, then you can get this thing or that thing, and then, I mean, I don't know, it's just massive trading sequences. So I guess the main part of this part, the main point of this part is to be aware of the strong moves you have everywhere and like what trades are viable makes you stronger. So the fact that at this point they're playing around the board and like actively looking for this trade, that trade, like making something good happen here, something good happen there. And the fact that black knows that the thickness here matters. Like if it were me and I was playing over here, I would play this one. But he knows that the thickness here matters. Because he's so willing to be trading all the time, regardless. The thickness here matters, of course, because this kind of move is coming. You've got to be ready. Yeah, I can't understand the details of what AI is talking about. It's just too much. I literally don't know. But I can understand that the way that the humans played it, it was all about trading. What a game. Crazy. So trading should be how you play that kind of game. Is you're always ready. It's not like right. Your sente is no longer your sente in this kind of game. Your sente is only an offer to trade. That's all it ever is once the game goes crazy like that. Right. So you can't plan strongly. You have to plan flexibly from there. Right. Everything that you do, it has to be like, I get that, you get that, I get that, you get that. Interesting game. I'm honestly very inspired to go and try to play my own game, which maybe will be more boring, inevitably, alas. But maybe not. Let's try. How come I was getting so many game requests earlier? It was annoying. And now that I've woken up, I can't get a game. I'm confused. A mid-game practice, maybe? Maybe everybody isn't here? No. Everybody is in the 1 minute 20-second queue. Alright. Uh-oh. 3-3s are extremely dangerous. So this guy's 8 and 9. What I mean by 3-3s are extremely dangerous is not that players who play 3-3 are strong. It's that most of the time when I see 3-3s, I get botted. I mean, honestly. For whatever reason, the types of people who are using AI are like kind of equally using 3-3s, 4-4s, 3-4s. And people who do not use AI, actual humans, they don't use 3-3s very much at all. Most actual humans who are playing Blitz are not interested in 3-3. So that guy could very well have been just your earnest Itan. But how can I say? It's like it's a probability mix, right? Maybe about 20% of my opponents that I queue into are botting. And of those, maybe like 30% of the bots are using 3-3, and the 80% of the humans, maybe like 2% of them are using 3-3, or maybe more like 5. I don't know. So when I start playing against a opposing player who isn't verified and they 3-3, it becomes like, instead of it being 20-80 whether I'm playing a bot, it becomes like 60-40, something like that. So I wish I could play against like verified humans playing 3-3s, because real humans do that, and it's nice to learn how to play against it. But still, yeah, I want to not play a bot. Okay, so this opponent is 7-7. They started 4-4s. They're playing fast. They seem like they're not a bot. Let's use that Joseki that we just saw. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna play the most standard of ways. And then, do I want to take a fallback somehow? It's like very normal, right? I could also attach. Would also be very normal. I don't know, I'm just gonna put a stone over here. Okay. That move is usually not very meaningful when you're very thick here. That's why I chose this Joseki, is I'm very thick, so nothing is scary. I'm thinking I should come over here, approach, 3-3 something. Let's 3-3. They could only choose to block one way. Both ways are kind of okay for them to block, but the other way sort of gets trashed. So now I get to trash the left side. It should make this Joseki slightly bad, and then the bottom side slightly good for black. Okay, interesting. So when I push now, it's definitely getting Tanuki'd. Does that mean I shouldn't push? I think so, right? Why not? Why not Tanuki? I will put my stone on the bottom side first. And now, if he Hanes and connects, then I should descend here. So I think I can spend another move over this part. Okay, so I can accept, and then he will split me. Or I can descend, actually. And then when he Hanes on top, I can Hane below. I want to try this way. And now Hane below. I very rarely play anything like this. So I want to try. He has a cutting point here, so he wants to play this to really put me under a lot of pressure. It would put me under pressure, but the cutting point would remain, so he chooses not to do that, and says I'm still under some pressure, which is true, actually. So I think I should go and take a base move now. I could also slide. It's really very big. Actually, I will choose to slide and leave this weak. I think this is like the way to prove that you do something that's not bad. Okay, and then I think you are supposed to kick. Yeah, kick looks good, right? Because my idea should be that this part is over concentrated. So forcing him to answer one more time should be like part of the plan. And then, do I jump up? Do I like? This is a somewhat awkward moment. Because he has a vital point here, which I'm going to try to cover outside like this. Unless I should cover it like that. I just don't see it. I think this is the right way. Okay, so then he goes for a counterattack. And I could counter his counterattack. Come up. I think I should. So here I'm asking him to go down, and then I will just extend up. And he will be very tricky to cover everything. So it's more likely he should fall back and let me cover. And then I get a good shape. And I think I'm supposed to just extend rather than jump. Yeah. If you jump, you get in some trouble, I think. Although they are both possible. But I think extend is a bit thicker. Okay, so here I thought I can just answer. What is the problem? Not sure what the problem is. No, he didn't wedge across. He went underneath. Well, here I think I'm supposed to just press gently. And then now when I come back like this, it should be a lot better, right? Oh. There's a little bit of confusion going on now. So here I need to churn. And then I need to churn again. Obviously there's a lot of confusion in terms of what's actually happening, but just a little confusion in terms of whether I can get a good result from this. I don't know whether this is the best move. It's a very thick one, but maybe not the best one. I'm still not surroundable, right? So I should keep it that way. I think this move is just massive. And now I need to run out this part. Possible that exchanges bad just now, but I needed it to run this way, I think. And then I probably didn't need it to run this way. Probably it was just a bad exchange I just did. My bad. I'm so lazy about that kind of thing. Even though I know better, I should really do that better. Okay. Now, I'm very thick over here, so I want to use this weakness directly. I want to pressure him about how many stones he has to spend here and how thick I'm going to get in this part, you know? So something just like push here seems very annoying to him. It might not actually be. Maybe when he plays here, he's happy or something. But seems like when I do this one, then he has some moment of awkwardness. That's what I was thinking, at least. Really? So after I push through, he wants to play there. So do I need to... Oh my god, my reading. Here, there. That's good. Here. There. There. That's bad. I don't know. I gotta just fix, I think. That was a mistake. I should have pushed through first. My bad. Now I need to push through an Atari here, I guess. It's this or I play on this part, but it doesn't make sense to, and you can do this stuff first. I think. Maybe it does make sense too, but I was thinking like if he has to thicken me, then I should get a better shape that way. Okay, so now this moment. Do I have co-threats, by the way? I should have known that before. Oh, man. I'm about to get screwed, aren't I? I've already been screwed, I guess. My bad. I think I have to play here, let him capture, go here. No, he still has co-threats. That's not playable. This is weirdo move. You should just capture. I should have fixed this, I guess. It seemed wrong, but it was right. My bad. Forgive me, don't kill me. Forgive, please. Okay, now I have to go here and let him get away. Alright, that was my bad. I did thicken myself, but I also thickened him, like, a lot. Okay. I do think he forgave me a bit. I think I could have been destroyed just now, and I was not destroyed. So thank you for that. At least. I'm walking this way. I don't know whether it's good. I'm just gonna walk. And yeah, there's no counter pressure against this group, but I should be able to save my group over here regardless of, like, I don't need counter pressure to save this thing is big enough and to save this thing. So this is just like big, I'm thinking. Okay, so the end result is I have the right side, the upper left, the bottom left. The bottom, he has the super strength on the top, something on the left. It should be that I'm doing fine in this game still. Despite some very suspicious play just now. Okay, I think I can play this a lot later. I could come in I'm gonna attach, I think. This, yeah, is weird. The attach isn't making sense, actually. That was a bad move just now. He is right. My opponent is correct. But I will just back off anyway. He will push here, I think, and then I need to Hane. Do I? I could Hane here, actually. But this Hane is better, right? I could triple Hane. When he cuts, I'm in huge trouble. You can't really triple Hane then. Maybe I can Hane here now. But he still has a ladder thing. But actually I just Hane and extend now. Or I Hane and now I triple Hane. That's kind of sick. Kind of cool. What do you guys think? Am I a cool guy? I think it's kind of cool. What he can do is he can Atari here and then Atari here, at which point I'm going to have to play more flexibly. So now he's saying he's going to capture these 2 stones, and that's good enough. Oh, he's right. My bad, my bad, my bad, I'm not cool. I can Atari here. Only after this, though. Because if I Atari here now, he does that, and I capture, and he kills me. So I have to do this, and then Atari here. And it shouldn't be working anyway, to, like, actually attack him. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I should have done normal things. Okay, let's relax here. Just try not to get killed. Try not to get squeezed. I don't know. That sucked. That was obviously terrible. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Lackadaisical reading. This move is so big as well. But I can press it from the top side. Something like this. Yeah, this way should be the most pressing. Can I go here, 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 here? I can, but is it good? I think it's good. That should be excellent now. Okay, he might think he's winning. He's playing that so confidently. He might be winning. I think this is really big, because otherwise my life and death would be an issue. The corner there. Or in this part here. It's not the corner. Can't I play here first? I think that was too slack by the opponent. So now if he cuts, I can live, obviously. And then this part is very obviously safe. Okay. Is this a good threat? Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Is this good? Better? I don't know. I think maybe this attach is actually the best. But I didn't know what I was doing just now. So just... This Atari is definitely something. I don't know. I don't know. This was huge because it makes it so that there's a life and death issue. Not a very serious one, but a slightly serious one, because that is also slightly serious over there too. Okay, that's some benefit in Sente. And then... Do I go here? Do I use this one? I think this one's bigger, but I don't know. Okay, that's weird, right? Because that's only going to be the Seki. But it's Seki and Sente. Maybe Seki and Sente defending that was bigger than this, actually. He's kind of right. My bad. Here? Or, no, it's not quite Seki. I have to make the 1,000-year Ko. Oh, shoot. This is actually scary. My bad. 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 I really should have defended this. So he's talking about how he can attack the weaknesses, but can I Atari first? No, I think I need to go back. Can I Atari first? I don't know. That's painful. I would really like to have gotten Atari, but he would definitely play Ko, and then the connect is not possible. This one is not a big threat. It's only those 8 stuns, right? Or 8 points is what I was talking about. So he goes and takes the 8 points, which is fine. That one is rather big, but not as big as this, right? I thought this one is huge. Now I'll go here. Really, that way. Okay, you got that in Sente. It's not even remotely enough time to do real calculation for the end game. So this one is one of the things that I wanted to do real calculation for, to try to figure out exactly how big is that and like what's going on. But I had no chance. Actually, no chance to do any analysis. Seems like I need to come back now. without exchanging any further. Don't know. This is like one of the things I could have done in reverse Sente, but this one is really big, so I thought it was bigger. So I definitely need to fall back like that. What? He's talking about this one is his Sente. Oh, fuck. It is, isn't it? Well, I can still use this as my right. I'm gonna just capture and take the 8 points. Seems like this one might be the biggest remaining. There's something happening over here as well, but it's like very difficult to play my next move to stop what he's gonna do. Compared to this, I think it's smaller. That cut obviously very meaningful, since my corner will have to make life now. Okay, and he aims at the 1,000-year Ko, which I have to allow. Therefore, I have to like not leave many Ko threats. Leaving that cut is not good for that kind of thing, and I need to leave my own Ko threats as well. I don't know. Maybe this one will give me more Ko threats. Probably capturing is better though, because this way there's still going to be lots of weaknesses. It seems like I'm going to die in the 10,000-year Ko. Like, one side or another is just doomed. It's pretty hard to imagine it being not like that. I'm going to try this one. Honestly, it's just smaller than this 4-point thing. So he goes in. So I was hoping that this one is going to make it so that I have Ko threats, but honestly, I forgot just how thick he is over there. There's no shot that I'm going to get Ko threats from that area. I think I should have captured the 2 stones just now. It's probably bigger than this one. But I was hoping that I will have some Ko threats now. But only like 1 or 2, so it's not really nearly big enough. He has a bunch of Ko threats. Like, there was basically nothing I could do to stop myself from dying in this Ko. I just needed to defend the actual 10,000-year Ko. Respect it from the beginning. Now I will connect here. Okay. And now I must push here. Wow, that's crazy. Honestly, really bad move from Black just now, because he could have won the Ko very easily without this shit, and now I will fight the Ko to kill the upper right. So if I connect, then he lives like this. He's trying to say I have like literally no co-threats. But it's not true, because now I have threats against this part. I used to not have co-threats, that's true, but now it's a different story. I think it's correct to start here, but I'm not sure. So now if I allow him to spend another move, I will die. I think I have enough threats now. To not have to interface with that kind of thing. Oh, this exchange was bad. I should have started with this. If I started with this one, then I would have lost that threat, but the other threat that I get is much healthier, actually. So this is the problem with the health of that threat. So now when I play away, he will use this one as his co-threat. So actually I should have pushed here and then done this. But I have no choice now. So he actually has, I think, made a small misread. Here, there. So when I win the co, there's going to be another co at the end of this. But I definitely should have pushed here. It was a huge mistake. Should I start here? He didn't use the Atari, which is a mistake. The problem is, in this co, now, I should be out of threats. But I still have to fight it. I don't know what you could possibly do if you don't fight it. I think I lose. It says black by 1.5. That's ridiculous. It's obviously not going to be like that. So now, what I should have done is I should have started away without fighting. Of course you can just like leave it, you dumbass. What the hell am I thinking? Okay, relax. This is just the biggest move. I should have just played the biggest move instead of pretending to fight a coach I knew I couldn't fight. Ridiculous. Okay, this is insane. I can't believe that this has gone so stupidly. That is ridiculous. Now I have to answer. What the fuck? What is this game, huh? Insane. This is so stupid. Oh my god, how has the game gone like this? It's a ridiculous tragedy. It's saying white by 6.5. But this is ridiculous. This is still, like, I don't care if I win this game. I didn't deserve it. This is stupid. I played so bad. Is it even good to do it like this, by the way? I don't know. That seems wrong. I don't think this is a good move, but whatever. I know that that's coming. Here. So if I play this one, is that better in game? There. I think so. I don't know how you could possibly know. Alright. I can exchange that whenever I want. I will leave it. I think this one is good. Yeah, this one is really good. I think this one is the biggest remaining. Score estimator still likes me by 2 points. I can't believe it. There's no way I'm supposed to win this game, by the way. Insane. If I do. That was ridiculous just now. This was his sente. Since he pushed through. Ridiculous. What are we doing? It's awful play. Oh my god. That was his only chance to do something. But when I play here and he Ataris, then I can capture, and he's got nothing. This was his reverse sente, by the way. It's better than this one, but I have to take these things. I actually didn't have to, but anyway. The 1 point reverse sente and the 1 point turns out to be equivalent here, fortunately for me. He's trying to say that maybe someday he'll throw in, but it's not meaningful. And actually, there's a important go. This is Chinese rules. This is actually very important. Yeah, I should do that way. I'm just gonna do that. There's no way I have more co-threats than him, right? Actually, I should take... Yeah, I do not have more co-threats than him. I should have connected here, probably. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do I win? White by 3.5? I win solely on the strength of my opening here. In the actual fighting, I got insanely stupid. Okay, crest counting. What a ridiculous game. Okay. I have a 7-game win streak. Yay. Okay. I played a lot off stream and off recording. And this 7-game win streak is ridiculous because, yeah, I can see in the game records as I'm saving this game, to check it out with Katago, I can see 2 of these games in the 7-game win streak went 80 and 87 moves respectively. Why did they go so short? It's because my opponents were botting me, and then they pity resigned when I was about to resign. I got absolutely destroyed in the fighting twice, and then they were very gentle. So most of the time the bots will just beat you, but they want to stay at 8 dan. I don't know why, but some of them want to stay at 8 dan, so they give you some resigns just so they can keep playing without going to 9. Alright, yeah, so you can see this game, I was winning by like 20 points here, early in the fighting, and then I lost it all. This is exactly my analysis. Somewhere around here, I should be winning by like 300 million, but then I didn't exchange this, and then my whole fighting was horrible. And you can see back here, I was winning by like way more as well, and then the actual co-fighting was also horrible. I was so lucky, honestly, to win this game. Pure luck, pure luck. Anyway. Yeah, this part was actually really interesting. And it worked. It worked really well. I think I'm going to remember how well it worked to go down and like this and leave him that cutting point in the extend. Like the dichotomy between like you have to take only one is really annoying to black. So I knew about that conceptually, but I've never actually used it to beat them up. And you can see they just made a huge mistake, 3-point mistake, not extending. Because extending is better, I'm sure. But the reason why, it's not like they didn't know extending is good. It's that they thought later when white cuts, it's just going to be hard for black to play. They didn't think that connecting was better. They thought connecting is easier. And so because of that, they gave me points, right? But anything which you can threaten your opponent, oh, you have something hard, and then they're going to give you points to relieve the tension, relieve the pain. That's something that's your weapon, right? That's something that's really good. So here, if they had gone like that, then I would have had to either play L4 or some passive move here, depending on whether the passive move could actually kill. It seems like I have to play L4. I'm wrong. The passive move is this one. Yeah, this one to fix it. Here, I thought you can just get killed. But you have this kind of thing. But definitely, this one, good move to remember as well. Make sure to get your space as you defend, better than getting movement right into his death. Anyway, went like this. Yeah, let me turn off the AI and try to do my own review. But this part, he was just pushing me into good shapes everywhere. So I have really no concerns about this part. I think here he should have gone underneath, and then it would have been a lot more interesting if he plays it like this. Then now, you know, I can cut those 2 stones, but it's really not meaningful. So he didn't have to answer that threat. So now I think I need to just block. And the life and death issues are pretty curious, because even though I get this Atari in Sente, then he's not dead. It's Miai between these two after that. So he's supposed to leave it. I wonder then if I should even block. Even though I can block and then get the Atari Sente. Probably not, right? Probably I'm supposed to play outside. Something like this move. Interesting. Here it was a huge mistake not to extend. I just didn't see his extend coming. If he extends here, now if I do this one and he goes here and I go here, I had a reading. What was I reading? Does anyone remember? I think I was just reading some squeeze, but that's not enough. Why didn't I do this? Was I just scared? Oh, I did this because I read that I can do this, and I thought it's a threat, so then I thought I'm going to become safer. But actually, it's way worse. I needed to do this. Oh, I remember. I read here, 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 and then for some reason this one, and then getting blasted. That's what I read. But you don't have to go there. You can just fall back, let them fix. And their fix is actually pretty awkward still. Although, even after they fix, it still is not clear on the right side. I think you would still have to add another move, but that's okay. I think this way is like, white is still winning. Yeah. This way... Yeah, I got in big trouble after this one. This was a great co-threat. I didn't expect something like this to happen and then be unpunishable. Like, I thought when I fight this co, he's just gonna do something that's punishable. And, I mean, this one was punishable. I could make a good shape to kill it. Something like this, or cover. Probably cover is correct. But then he makes the punishment shape over here. I thought it was, like, bad if you can get punished. Like, the fact that he gets this one. But honestly, this is maybe enough for me to be satisfied. It should definitely be enough to get this much. Yeah. Here I'm winning, I guess. Not as much, but still more. So what it means, by the way, this one is bad. I needed to play something to thicken this part. Maybe like this one. Kind of weird. Not that one, just connect. Wow, it thinks this one is horribly bad? I guess I get blasted that way. I see. So anyway, just thicken it somehow. Like this. You thicken it. Wow. You thicken it and you still can get cracked open from the... So the 2-space and crosscut is really scary. I totally underestimated how scary it is. But very fortunately for me, he like fixed my shape here and then went and answered my co-threat. And I thought he was going to go bully me, like way harder than this. I thought he was going to absolutely blast me. But actually he just made it so that I could save myself, get some safety, some territory, and then move on. So like, I think I could have gotten destroyed, but it turns out that I'm still winning. And here there was no reason for me to do it like that. I could have just been a lot... Like, if I'm going to go in that direction, it should be here, but it should be more like this one. I could have been a lot more threatening by being a little bit more patient. This is obviously just misread. I didn't see that he's going to go capture my 2 stones now. I thought this is very cool because I thought he's going to cut me definitely again, but he just didn't. So then this push is really scary because then my whole group can get limited. So I thought I need to churn. But honestly, probably it's still better to do this. Even though the push is scary, he's very right with this one. And he didn't have to play so passive now. Like, this part now, I gained a lot again because he played so passive on the top side. He ends up taking, 10 points or whatever, and giving me 10 points in the center. And Sente is, like, horrible for black, which just happened. But if instead of doing that, then he, like, fought. If he just churned here, something like this, said, okay, you can go ahead and break the top side, but I'm going to counterattack you, counterattack this group. And that would have been much more dangerous. I got really lucky that he gave me the corner as well. And then, yeah, this part. So here I knew that it's like super big to defend the corner. This part was big enough first, but very, very bad move there. It needs to be Hane. It needs to be that I like actually pay attention to fixing the corner. And even this stuff is not that safe. Not super safe. There's still some fear for me. Now when he goes here, so like first let's let him fix this part, imagine. When he goes here, I think you have to back off fully, like that. Make your 2 eyes. Because if you do that one, and he goes here, then the fact that this is already, like, ko, makes this very, very dangerous. So, yeah, backing off. But after back off, you have to play like this, and here, and it's still gonna die in ko. So what? No, you actually are just in danger still. Holy frick, man. This shape sucks. I didn't realize this shape is so bad. You have to defend. You have to spend a move inside. That's awful. That is awful. Obviously, the move is good to defend. But I didn't realize that this shape is actually killable if he has the A7. Like, it's not killable, but it's close enough to killable that it's so awful to play. So I took the big thing, he made this, and then he played away. Yeah, he ended up capturing those 8 points. And in the meanwhile, I got move here and move here, so that was good for me. And then he cut here, which is, I think, also bad. That was huge. But I should have been thinking at this point more about this code thing that's gonna happen in the bottom left. Like, I know that's gonna happen. I was expecting it, but I didn't think about it actively. He tried to trigger it like way too early here. I have nothing to do. Even if he chooses not to trigger it forever, he will just like make a code later whenever he wants. And he just suddenly tried to trigger it like way early for no particular reason. And in the meantime, I did get to take like a lot of big moves here. But the only reason why it can even remotely pay off for me is because he let me get a big co-threat. Like, this is a huge co-threat finish for me, the fact that I get to kill this. And if he would just answer that, then I have no, like, he can still play co-threats. I have no way, I think, to easily win the game. But from here now it became it's supposed to be very easy. It actually wasn't, but it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Yeah, I should have just used this stuff a very much more basic way. I should have used this one, and then gone here, and then just the most basic pushes. These should have been my 3 co-threats there. Yeah. And then it was this ko, and I shouldn't fight that ko as well. It needs to be that I play away immediately and let him capture. And then do whatever I think is biggest now, which it should be these 4 points, right? It should be bigger than that. I think so. And then I would win by a bit more. But I played it horribly. Anyway, let's go see. Let's go see what the AI says. So here, I could have clamped. And the idea being that you just squeeze away some points before coming back here. It's making sense, but it seems very dangerous. It's not, actually. I thought it would be much more dangerous to do that sort of thing than it actually was. In actual play, it's not dangerous. It's really riskless, actually. Okay, something to learn. That kind of clamp is not a dangerous idea. Yeah, this is wonderful. Just organized play. Here I could have directly taken the corner, because the cut was, you know, this is the same thing that I did to the cut later, is I was saying like, hey, if you do that, then I'll just Atari. I did this stuff later, but I could have just done that now by playing the 3-3 now. It was very bad, actually, to play this side, and then let him get more eye shape. That makes sense. This is terrible, because he's going to go save underneath. Wow. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about it, but I could play from the territory side here, let him run out, and then just save myself easily. I didn't even think about the fact that he's saving himself underneath here is like gaining a lot of points. And he also didn't think about that. But yeah, that's something that all the 9-dans do think about. Like, we're only not thinking about that because we're 8-dan. It's not actually humanly hard, it's just that we're dumb. Yeah, bad move, and then I thought this is quite a bad move. It is a pretty bad move, but I thought that this would be even more better. And then this way was, yeah, far optimistic, and he had a nice move. Yeah, great attach here. You gotta really expect the opponents to find great moves in situations like that. And then here I was saying, let's just finish it off. Yeah, it was the better way. But luckily for me, he just donated. And then I got to get away with a big advantage anyway. And now I'm supposed to attack him from the corner direction to save this group. Because this whole thing is connected still to the corner. So when I play like this, it's already alive anyway. And I didn't need to walk this way, which is... Yeah, I can understand the AI saying that. I totally get it. But actually, humanly, I think it's way easier if I walk this way. Now here I could already have reduced this, but yeah, this one was also lighting up blue for a moment there. Would be a good move too. And jump was totally fine, just to apply pressure. Anything that like walks in reasonably would be good here. But here, as we saw, I totally misplayed it. Hane, it should be at least extend or something. But this way I got blasted. And then the turn here should have been there. Yeah. Or this one. This one is actually very large because he, locally speaking, captures that and then puts pressure on the corner. That's great to remember. Yeah, I will remember just how bad it is for this thing when black plays that descent. I'm very curious to see what AI says I should do after the descent. Anyway, here we got to see him make a bunch of mistakes, so I got vastly improved position. And got to go into the corner finally. I did not over defend. This is still huge. And I'm so curious. So I am supposed to block, and I'm just supposed to live. So you just give up the stone and Sente. And it's supposed to be okay. Alright, yeah, makes sense. This was obviously gain to go exchange that, but huge loss to let him go in here. Yeah. The only thing I can do is make this 10,000 year ko, but it's very dangerous. Okay, here I knew that this one should be like the most dangerous way. How can I say? Instead of the most dangerous way, what I meant to say is the most potentially gaining way, the highest upside way. But you can do that and then come back? No, you can't. This is dumb. There's no shot. Wait, what? It's saying it's correct to do that. Fight the ko, let him use this exchange, and then now realize I don't have any ko threats, which is true, and then come back. Why? Oh. It's because this way of winning the stones over there is not very good. So like that's the way that he did it in the game, but he was supposed to capture it this way. But it's still not a big deal. You know what it is? It's because right now, exchanging this ko threat for that ko threat is a good exchange for right. You throw in a stone to the opponent, but they have to throw in a stone to you. Both players suck. But good for white to make that happen, and to make it so that black didn't Atari here. Yeah. Instead, if black plays this one, it's very slightly better. We're just like less heavy. Yeah, I chose this one now. It was actually smaller than this one, and this stuff was my Sente, and this stuff was my Sente. But this is the bigger gote than the upper right, apparently. He used that Sente, and he came in here during my Sente, which is weird. Let me gain a bunch to get back again. I used this one. I was pretty confused by this maneuver. I thought he was supposed to use this one, but actually I was the one who's wrong. He's correct. What he did was he was blocking this area while he was defending that cut, which is actually the better way. And then I played the thing there, but that was not so good. Even though the monkey jump is a good move, blocking here. I was thinking blocking here to protect the center thing. I'm guessing that would have been a lot better because it makes my position much easier to play. I was not thinking about this one. This one is applying a very yeah, a very soft gain because it's just like I managed to stop you from using the Q2 yourself. If I play somewhere else, then when you cut, then later my group. I mean, I don't know. The cut is the thing. Locally, you're still doing. Oh, it's because after the cut, if I play here, then you do that, and then I'm supposed to connect? Really? I'm actually not sure I understand what's going on there. Why that's so big. I understand at some points, but it seems like the monkey jump is bigger, doesn't it? I don't know why this stuff is bigger than a monkey jump. Because this one's... Oh, if this one is his Sente, which fixes the points here, then I get this Sente, which is really valuable for me. I see. I see. That's why applying pressure to him can actually matter a lot. And of course in the corner there's like some points for me, so all the points add together enough. But hard to do that kind of calculation. As a flashbag. So this was actually really wrong. It's funny. Obviously it's a gain if I get the answer. It's very interesting how big this this part is. I can totally get it. There's so many little point here, point there, added up together. It's actually like an 8-point move, right? I think you add it all up, it's about 8 points. So it's just bigger than S19. I didn't know that was like an 8-pointer. It is like reverse Sente 4, but each point is hidden. Okay, I didn't play so bad here. I was very concerned, but I'm playing blue moves. It's just as a sucky position. This one, yeah, it was supposed to be capture. Or at least the Hane and then capture. These ways would apply more cutting points and leave me with less cutting points, so it just make it easier to play. But it's good that I used this one as my method of countering the Ko. That was correct. And then, wow, this is like, please don't get any Ko threats against me kind of move. Very hard to play that kind of thing, but it also has some value, so it's real. It's a good move. This one, he should have traded. Are you kidding me? He can trade because he can live, I see. So then I can only do this one, and he can still get something back. So all I get is just some territory, which I could still theoretically win, but wow. Okay. And then I push through. He's definitely supposed to answer that. Yeah, I got really lucky that he didn't. And then I'm supposed to just obliterate this fight for sure, but I used all the wrong Ko threats. Used all the Ko threats that fill my own liberty and give him an extra Ko threat over there. My bad. My bad. And then here I could actually cut. Wow, I didn't even think about it. After cut here, the reason I didn't think about it is because I thought like, oh, he's going to squeeze everything and then Atari me here, and then I'm in trouble. But actually, you just save the 3 stuns, which you can, you know, it's probably better to do it this way as a human. You save the 3 stuns, you're alive here, he's dead. Easy win. I didn't think about that. So yeah, this is another instance where the opponent died, and I didn't notice. I've been getting better at this, catching when they just accidentally die, but I didn't notice here, and then they used a great Ko threat that fixes it, and then I made a trade. And that trade should have been enough to win, but enough to win easily, but I did terrible endgame. Yeah. And very fortunate for me, even after doing the terrible endgame and losing the Ko, I still got to play the most important bits. And yeah, I should have counted myself rather than using score estimator, because if the score estimator had lied to me, I might have panicked. It was fortunate as well that the score estimator did not lie to me, and I was indeed ahead. I should have just counted. I honestly didn't expect that I could possibly be leading this game. because I knew I'd lost so much in the fighting. And I knew I was very far ahead, but you kind of forget about these things. Like, even though I knew that I was leading a lot through now, you get blasted and blasted and blasted, and you just forget how much that you were blasting them in the first place. The losses hurt more than the gains, you know. Anyway, what to learn from this game? Don't attach. Make sure. Yeah, I keep missing things after triple hanes. After triple hane, the opponent will try to strike you, and you have to be wary of that kind of strike. That's important. And then it's the bottom left corner. This kind of 10,000 year ko is actually going to be a ko, and it's going to be scary. Like, the only reason to be safe from a 10,000 year ko is if you have a lot of ko threats. No other reason. Actually, it's very unsafe, this kind of shape. It's so unsafe that it's bad to even make it. That's crazy. It makes sense when I think about it, but yeah, you should actually not make the 10,000 year ko, because you're still just gonna fight the ko later. so you're not making much progress. Why not just don't bother? Sick. Yeah. This was actually a bad move locally. Interesting. You're supposed to just gently reduce, locally speaking. If he answers, it's good. He obviously shouldn't answer. So it's just it's actually not that. It's mostly the cut there. Yeah, that kind of cut and reverse sente, I'm gonna respect it in the endgame more as well. I think that's another thing to learn from this game. So I think those are the major things I want to take away. Obviously, I want to attack without forgetting about the territory saving. And I want to, this ko stuff. Yeah. That ko stuff is complicated. It's mostly that, like, during the ko, the opponent's ko threat, it may not be more punishable than the ko itself. So the ko is not free when the ko is a punishment when he wins it, and he has to make some ko threat. Like, I can very easily lose more. That's I understand how my whole plan was like naive there. The global plan was too short-sighted. But I got lucky. Yeah. So the triple honey stuff is easy to learn. I know about that now. This honey connect is great, right? Yeah. It was wonderful what I was doing through that stage of the game. I should have attached earlier, I agree. So the triple hane, bottom left corner, how that endgame works. And ko, yeah, lose the naivety in the kos. The final thing where he was dying there, yeah, he dies because of a switch. At the very end, it was like his flow, his flow, his flow, his flow. So you don't even think that he's in danger. But I had made this threat, and then this one is just a fail to answer it. It's just a fail, which is kind of funny. Because I think both of us just assumed that it wouldn't work anymore. Yeah, that was literally just assumption. Oops. Oops. So basically, there's more detail in this. Yeah, okay. You have to fight with real detail when it comes to the ko stuff. The real detail changes so much how you're gonna play, because you don't get the type of position in a ko where you understand what you're gonna be doing in the complicated fighting next. so you can like strategically plan. It's more like the tactics. Like in order to actually see and foresee how the game is about to play, you have to be so precise on the tactics because those are the moves that are about to be played. You never play like soft strategic moves during the co, so you can never plan soft and strategically. You have to plan very tactically. So I'll approach codes like that in the future. I think it's a great lesson, actually. Okay, educational game. Good. And yeah, I think I have a lesson in 6 minutes, so time for me to hop off. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.